program is brought to you in association with First National Bank of Botswana.
FNB, how can we help you?
The evolution of sales and marketing has seen it move from traditional means such as print and electronic media. We're talking such platforms as newspapers, magazines, radio and television. We now see a rise in the popularity of social media marketing, where various entities use the internet to target their niche. This process is much cheaper and quicker. This new way of marketing has gained popularity with upcoming artists who put out videos of themselves singing their original songs or covers of other artists' songs to showcase their own talent to a desired target audience. Upcoming artists use these platforms to gain traction with their music in hopes of securing a record deal to launch their music careers. This process is genius, as Facebook alone has 2.6 billion active users per month from all over the world, with YouTube at 2 billion, according to Influencer Marketing Hub. On the program this evening, we have three young people who've used social media to catapult themselves into popularity amongst the social media masses. Our first guest is Ulani Mafate, a UCLA student in the United States of America who loves to sing and has been doing so since she was only 4 years old. Ulani is born to Botswana-raised accomplished writer, actor and producer Sebati Edward Mafate. Her father has 7 books written to his name and turned a few into films. Her mother is from Guatemala. After years in Botswana, Sebati and his family moved to the United States of America, where little Ulani was born, making her a first-generation American in her family. Our other guest is Abigail Muzenda, a Zimbabwe-born woman who relocated to Botswana with her parents when she was only 1 month old. Abigail started singing at Sunday school, where the elders noticed she could actually sing and encouraged her to keep singing in church until her teenage years. It was during those times that Abigail realized her passion and talent for singing and decided to pursue a career in music. And last but certainly not least is Alfred Mugamba, who's an Afrobeat artist from Chobe, whose love for music started at church as well. He remembers also singing at school, at weddings and funerals. He refers to his childhood as musical, as there was never a time without song. Welcome to First Issues, proudly brought to you in association with the First National Bank of Botswana. This evening, we talk to 3 young singers who have used and continue to use social media as a traction tool to market their music to the social media masses. A new way of marketing that has been found to be much cheaper and more effective to target a particular niche. We found out first their inspiration to pursue music as a career and how social media has been instrumental in marketing their content.
My music journey all started when I hit my first note, and that was when I was like 4. I was standing on a stool in the living room and I was just like messing around, and I made a sound that sounded really nice and I was really excited, and I was just doing it over and over again, and I was just doing it for my neighbors and my parents and my family and stuff like that. And yeah, ever since then, I would just sing a lot. And yeah, I got a lot of my inspiration from this young girl group called the Cheetah Girls. They were really famous on Disney Channel around 2004. I grew up listening to them, and they lived a really glamorous pop singer life that I really looked up to. I really wanted that. So yeah, that's kind of how it all began.
I was just finishing my BGCSE, first time in GURPS, My late uncle Joshua Mucheka and I had a vision of him being my manager and non-stop DJ, non-stop being my DJ. And Joshua left us, and we were kind of hopeless. Music was still in me. Songs kept on coming, they kept on coming. Lyrics after lyrics. I was always moved to freestyle when I'm alone, in my alone time, Then one day Skinny told me, of this other producer in Zambia named DC Pachi. I was amazed at what he do and how he works and how his music sounded like. So that day, I made a decision where I'm going to record my first song. And I recorded Perfect. It was a hit, first song, hit. I have a lot of inspiration. I have a lot of people like Don Jersey, he's my inspiration. Kiss Daniel, he's my inspiration. To Baba, Burna Boy, name them. But tell you what, I'm a big fan of Pato Ranking and Kiss Daniel.
As I was growing up, I always just dreamt and just wanted to be a singer. Like I would dream singing. I would like literally and I'll be there and I'm like, oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel a bit of heat with somebody. It was just one of those things, and it was amazing because what I envisioned then is stuff that is slowly manifesting itself now and becoming real in my life. So my parents, what they did is that they said to me, what do I want to study after I finish Form 5? I want to do music. I want to go to South Africa because South Africa. Yes, you're within, it's definite, that's your thing. I went to South Africa. My parents were supportive of that. I went for an interview at COPA, Campus of Performing Arts in Joburg, and I passed the interview. I went with my friends and they were so excited because they could really see that this is something that I'm passionate about and something that I want to, pursue.
Tell us what your ambitions are about your music and what sort of message you wish to relay.
My ambitions are to find my community. I want to find my niche through my music. And I think I can, because through my music I'm just going to be talking about everything that I care about. And the message is going to be generally uplifting or just relatable. So I want to reach a really large fan base because I just want to be like a relatable artist, and that's what I'm working towards. And in the next 5 years, I just see myself having made 4 albums and just working. I mean, I don't really see an end, so all I see is just like work in the future. Good work though, work that I actually love. But yeah, who knows?
I really desire to see my music playing on the likes of like my music video, for example. I want to see it playing on Trace. I want to see it playing on MTV Base. I want to see it playing, on those big platforms. And those are things that are, I could say would be challenging for an upcoming or a person who's just got into the music industry.
When running a business means,
where did I put that receipt?
We can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means,
wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means,
how do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
We help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Welcome back to First Issues, where we continue our conversation with 3 young singers who now tell us how they have used social media to advance their music endeavors.
It's a bit difficult to make money in Botswana as an artist. You put your music on iTunes, you put your music on digital platforms, and people don't want to go there. They want you to send them the song via WhatsApp. Go on YouTube at least and subscribe, so that when you have like views and stuff, like at least YouTube will eventually pay. But I think it's part of growing up. It's not something, Rome was not built in one day. You start little, you start with 10 views, 20 views, then you build up, as long as there is consistency.
Facebook has been so good. Most of my followers are on Facebook. That's why I so offer to the world. I've made tremendous growth so far just because of Facebook.
Every journey has got its own challenges. Perhaps at this point, you could share some of yours.
My biggest challenge, not all my life, but very recently up to this point, is just feeling like getting over anxiety in front of a crowd. I didn't used to have it when I was younger. Performing was like a really fun thing, and it's something I didn't really give much thought, but for some reason as I got older I just would get more afraid, and I would just let my thoughts get the best of me. So my biggest challenge is just finding the best mind state to be in while I'm performing and before I'm performing, because that's when I really those are crucial times. And I did actually find the best place to be in internally, which is just just confident, just ready to express myself without censorship, or not worrying about who's watching. And the way I would look at it when it comes to performing, I would just treat it like a back and forth with a best friend. And I think that's what it is, really, because if people actually want to listen to what is on your heart, that's a really intimate thing. So I don't want to take that for granted, and I want that to be more important than the fear that comes with it. So a lot of artists don't have this problem, but a lot of them do. So that is what I would share.
My biggest challenge has been money. Lack of money can cripple your dream, Yeah, it can cripple your dream. Support. People can't support something they know nothing of, or maybe about. They can't, they won't. So, they want to know about you without connections too. For you to be connected, you have to see somebody who can take you to connections. If there's no one to connect you, like an app for you as an upcoming artist to grow, you need exposure platforms. Yeah, exposure platforms are key for an upcoming artist. Platforms like these ones. I thank God for this platform.
Our African parents, to some extent, there's certain things that they want you to do, and there's certain things that you would want to do. And with my parents, they had friends, close family friends, who set them down and they asked them for IB, do you guys really want IB to pursue music? Do you think there's a future in music? I think there's something better she can do. And my parents are very old school and just down to earth. And it really, they became skeptical. And my dad called me Antare, Abby, you know what? Nah, I don't want you to do this anymore. And this was when I was supposed to attend my first lesson. I was so heartbroken.
Can you please tell us what some of the biggest highlights of your career have been?
So my up-to-date highlights would be one in 2013 and one in 2018. So in 2013, I was 13 years old, and I did my first singing competition, and it aired on television, which was so cool. But what I really cared about back then was just the fact that I invited all my friends, and they all came, and my family came too. And that was the proudest. They were really proud of me, and I gave it my all, because I was kind of the underdog, because that was around the time I started getting really scared. So just performing in front of a big crowd was just a milestone for me. 2018, I sang in front of my biggest crowd ever, which was 10,000 people, and celebrity judges. I auditioned for UCLA's biggest and oldest musical tradition called Spring Sing. It's a really hard to get in, and you have to have your own original music, and I made my first song just to get in, and all I wanted to do was audition. And I thought that would just be enough, because just auditioning was scary for me, and I actually got in and I actually won. So I got Best Duet, and I actually got a trophy that night, and that was great because my family has never been more proud of me.
My biggest highlight was when I was booked to perform alongside Ja Praiser in Francistown. I was the only local Afrobeat artist whom he saw fit to perform alongside. It was an amazing experience.
I did a song with Chabo. I did a song, on BK Proctor's project, Collections by BK Proctor. Then I released my song. I released my song Vacation last year, August. And the way people accepted it, I didn't really expect that for like a first single, you know. And some people were actually like, for a first single, wow, people really responded to it. And it was nominated 3 times for the Yamas, and it was a great experience. I even got to shoot a music video with one of the best directors.
How far as an upcoming artist do you think you want to go with your music?
I want my music to go to higher heights. I'm not gonna limit myself to Botswana. I want to be known to be one of the best female artists coming out of Africa, representing Botswana, representing Africa. I mean, the sky is the limit, and I don't want to limit myself. And I feel that I want to leave a legacy that is gonna live on. I want someone to say to me that because of you, I believed.
I want to see myself sharing stage with Kiss Daniel and Baba and Burna Boy. I want to see myself international. That's my dream. Taking Botswana to the world. Right now, people love Davido. They love Kiss Daniel. They love all these Nigerian guys, you know. Sometimes when they play my music alongside those guys, they'll be like, Nigerians are they are too gifted. That's what I want, you know.
I think up and coming talent, really it's up to the talent how far they want to go, because I feel like in this day and age we have all the resources at our fingertips to show the world what we can do. I mean, there's YouTube, there's Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere that you can post like original songs or covers, or you just doing whatever you want to do, and you know, if it speaks to somebody and speak to another, people will start noticing. Just make sure to manage your career or get a manager like I do. But other than that, like I really wouldn't know what else the industry itself could do other than represent underrepresented artists, which it's doing well, it's doing better at that lately. So ultimately, I think it's up to the talent.